All right, so yeah, part two. Basically, other thing that's really like people don't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they do and they don't give a fuck, which is even worse. But I think the majority of them don't see. Like I said, in my earlier days in YouTube, I can't, and I wasn't the only one, man. I'm not, trying to point at me like, oh, look at me. I know, nah, I know, but there's others that knew too. We all constantly harped on the fact that there was this anti-Nintendo conspiracy, this anti-Nintendo just vibe in the industry, just percolating like all over from all the major media sites. Let me talk to you about the major media sites. I mean, I've talked about this before. If you've been following my channel for any amount of time, you know how the fuck I feel about asinine dumb motherfuckers like IGN and GameSpot and shit like that. Garbage, just straight garbage. It's not even because they're visibly and obviously biased against my preferred company of choice. It's not even that. It's just the fact that they're visibly and obviously against any company. It's journalism. You should be covering the fucking facts and not putting your own goddamn spin on it. But that's a parallel with the real world, where you got CNN and Fox News and ABC and all the main news outlets in the real world. It's the same shit. They're supposed to be covering the facts and not putting their spin on it, but they do all the goddamn time. And it's the same thing. IGN and GameSpot and Game Traders and sites like that, these are the video game world's media outlets. These are the video game world's CNNs and Fox News and all that shit for the video game world. And just like in the real world, the video game world is full of, I'd say about 75 to 80% of the population are fucking sheep that are uninformed, don't have a backbone to stand up on their own, and will follow whatever the media outlets tell them. So when you have the IGNs and the game trailers and all that completely disregarding Nintendo, well, first it didn't even start like that. First, they weren't disregarding Nintendo. First, they were just flat out talking shit about Nintendo during the Wii generation. Just talking shit about Nintendo. Nintendo's system is selling more than the other two. They don't give a fuck about that. They talk shit about it. Nintendo's games are selling more than the other two. They don't give a fuck about that either. Just talking shit. All of a sudden, the Wii U, PS4, Xbox One new generation. Now, they started off waiting to see what Nintendo was going to do. And then, as soon as the third party started turning their back on Nintendo, they jump on it and they just report negative about Nintendo. Negative, negative. And then all of a sudden, they even stopped talking about Nintendo, period. Period. Now, right now, you have, I think it's IGN, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that. It's one of them. It's having one of their awards, one of their award shows. That mean about a bag of dicks, basically, is what that amounts to. But still, they nominate games from different platforms for Game of the Year, Fighting Game of the Year, all this and that. They completely disregard Nintendo. Do you think, for 1 second, last year, that Bayonetta 2, which was the highest rated game of the entire year, which was a Wii U exclusive, did it win Game of the Year? No. This year they're doing Best RPG, and they got other games on that category that haven't even released yet. What about Xenoblade Chronicles X? Which is confirmed to have a bigger open world than Fallout 4 and The Witcher 3 combined. Huh? That you can traverse through that world with no apparent loading times of any kind. Seamless. Huh? No, that's not there, right? Jesus Christ, man. It's like, when the major media outlets are doing that, the 75 to 80% that I spoke about that are sheep, that follow whatever they say, well, they're going to look at Nintendo the same way. Like, oh, well, Nintendo doesn't matter. Nintendo's the fucking reason you game, nigga. Straight up. Nintendo's the reason you game. Nintendo's the reason the video games are here. But the major media outlets, oh, they don't want you thinking that. They don't want you knowing that. I mean, and that's what drives me crazy. I mean, here's a perfect example. Now, I will agree that there are certain things Nintendo could do better. Nintendo could adapt to the way things are now a little bit better than they have. I mean, they're coming around, but they want to stick to their traditional ways for the most part. Want to stick to their traditional ways and the right way of doing things because they do it the right way. But business is shady. And your competitors are shady. I mean, Jesus Christ. Splatoon was one of the biggest games of this year. When you went to your GameStop to pick up Splatoon, all those you out there who have it, your 1.2, 1.3 million Wii U owners out there that have Splatoon in the U.S. alone. I think there's more in Japan that game owns. But, you know, you went to a GameStop to pick it up. Was there any extravagant advertising? You saw like a little poster on the wall, right? That's about it. I went right now to GameStop to pick up Battlefront for PS4. I didn't get it. I was gonna, but the gift card my job gave me, the GameStop didn't accept it, so I said, fuck, I'll get it some other time. I walk in there, they got a real-life motherfucking stormtrooper. This dude scared the shit out of me. He's standing there with his rifle. I walk in, and he goes to shake my hand, and I fucking jump. I'm like, holy shit. This is the extravagant measures your competitors are going through to get their game pushed. They're spending millions and millions and millions on advertising. People get caught up in the hype and the advertising, and the game is shit. I'm not saying Battlefront shit. I'm saying in general. In general, that's how it usually works out. They say, oh, this campaign push and millions behind advertising, and the game shows up every 5 seconds in Monday Night Football and commercials and all that, and the game is shit. Nintendo does it more traditional. We let the game speak for itself. That's used to work. Now that doesn't work so much because people follow the hype, man. So you got to generate hype around your games. That's an area that at the beginning of this Wii U generation, Nintendo sucked. And they've gotten a lot better at that. Look at their commercials for Mario Maker. Look at their new holiday commercial. If you haven't seen it, it's called the Nintendo Magical Nights commercial. Check that out. That's how Mario Kart commercials. That's how you hype it up. That's how you create that hype. So anyways, it's just, I don't know how else to say it. What I will tell you is this. This will be the last. These 2 videos that you're seeing now will be the last time that I come out here trying to, how can I say, it's not really defend, but trying to, no, I'll use that word, defend. Yeah, trying to defend the Wii U. Because, number one, I'm obviously talking to a wall. It's not going to respond. It's not going to change anything. And number two, I don't believe that console needs any defense whatsoever. I think it's the best console this generation. And if you as a gamer, if you don't think that because you like what the competitors offer better, more power to you. You're well within your rights, and this is all subjective or at the end of the day. But if you don't want to realize that or don't see that because you just don't want to, and you're holding on to your PlayStation 4 or your Xbox One, but you ain't got shit to play, and you know by looking that there's a bunch of shit to play on the Wii U, and you still don't think it's better than your console, I don't even want to be in a debate with you. I don't even want to be in a one-on-one conversation with you about games because I'm scared of how bad I'll destroy you, and I don't even need to go there really. I'm a gamer, dude, and I love games, and I can see I've been around for a minute, dude. I've been doing gaming, what is it, 26 years. I've been through pretty much every console that mattered, and every big time game, and every high point in the gaming industry, and every low point. And now I'm studying at Full Sail University to actually get my bachelor's in game art and game design. Okay, this is more than just a hobby to me. All right, but I can see when a console is worth it. If you rely on the hype and what the magazines are saying and what the websites are saying and what public opinion is saying, you can go ahead and do that. I can tell you right now that you're going to miss out on a lot of good stuff, man. And you're going to be, if you're honest with yourself, sorely disappointed by a lot of the big games and, oh my god, this is the must-have game of the year, then it drops. And it's cool, but it's not mind-blowing. I can tell you this. Zelda Wii U in 2016 will be fucking mind-blowing. I can guarantee you that right now. So, you know what I'm saying? It all comes down to that, man. I just, this is the last you'll hear of me defending the Wii U because the console doesn't need no defense. And because these people ain't listening anyways. What you will hear me do is make videos about how I am enjoying the shit out of this console until its last day. And when that NX drops, oh my goodness. I mean, I remember, dude. I remember videos I made that are still on my channel right now that you can check out, by the way. in anticipation of the Wii U launch. You know, the E3 the year before it launched when they showed it and all this. I remember that, man. I remember video I made I think 3 days before it launched where I told you the story about how I almost missed out on launch because the pre-sales were sold out and I had to go on a mission to get one and I had to end up getting the white basic set instead of the 32 gig set. I remember all that, man. I remember the early days and Zombie U, how fucking amazing that game was. So the NX, I'm pretty sure is next year. Pretty positive. And I think it will be around probably late summer, early fall, like right before the holidays to capitalize on the holiday season. And I can't wait for that feeling again, man. That launch, that buzz. And you know, and then one last thing for people, like my cousin is one of them. I love my cousin, but he's got a little bit of, he's like a hybrid. He's got like half of his mentality is the old school gamer, real gamer, and the other half is this new school, like kind of wants Nintendo to be in some way like Sony and Microsoft. One of his gripes is that he's pissed off that Nintendo's giving up on the Wii U so easy, and you know, he didn't get a Metroid, he didn't get a, and I was like Richard, is his name Richard? I was like, Richard, you're not getting a Metroid, so what? I mean, the N64 didn't have a Metroid. It was still my favorite Nintendo console of all time. They skipped certain console generations with certain franchises. They got so many fucking franchises, and it's only them making them. So, you know, and, but I'm pissed off that they're giving up on it. Like, they're not really giving up on it, dude. It's gonna be 4 years by the time the NX launches. Now, yeah, that's the shorter end. But it's still within the realm, within the range of their usual life cycle. Their usual life cycle is 4 to 6 years. That's a Nintendo life cycle. They don't go above 6, and they don't go below 4. And they held on because they could have easily been justified after 3 years. Like right now, if the NX was coming out this week, they'd be justified because, like, dude, nobody's like the Wii U's. Its sales are up and this and that, but it's just not getting with the public. So, you know, I told him, I was like, yo, they're not really giving up, man. The only reason that it looks like that is because the Wii U the sales aren't where they should have been. So because they're ending this generation on kind of a negative note because of that, because of sales alone, because the game collection is to die for. But the sales, public perception, because public perception is not that good for them right now, and they're ending it here and bringing something new. It looks like they're throwing in the towel, but they're not. Look at the time frame. It'll be 4 years. The system will be on the market 4 years, and on top of that, it'll be a system that has the best Donkey Kong Country ever, the best Mario Kart ever, the best Smash Brothers ever, because you can say Melee or Brawl all you want, ain't no Smash Brothers had the diversity and the cast and roster of characters this Smash Brothers has, plus a functioning online. So, best Smash Brothers ever. What else does the system have? I mean, oh, and then a big-time brand new IP that's fucking captivated the world like Splatoon. So, I'm good, man. And we're going to get a Zelda U, and we're getting a fucking Star Fox. First time a console Star Fox is coming out in 2 generations. I don't see that as a giving up. I don't see that as a failure. I just see that as it didn't hit with the public the way it should have. So now we're going to go back to the drawing board, bring something new out that's going to hit with the public, and we're going to be more aggressive, like Miyamoto said, with our IPs. So maybe next console, we see the Wave Races, and we see the Pilot Wings, and we see the F-Zeros, and we see Kid Icarus, and we see all this crazy shit that we've been waiting for. Anyways, that's my time, man. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like I said, I'm not going to continue to come out here and defend the Wii U. The console needs no defense. It's the best console this generation, bar none. If someone out there disagrees and wants to verbalize that to me, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section, and we can go back and forth all day. But it is what it is, man. God bless y'all. Stay gaming. Peace.